you all know who watch the show, I'm a massive fan of survival horror games. I love Dead Space, one of the best survival horror games, I believe, of all time. The Callisto Protocol, which was made by the guys who made Dead Space, created the Callisto Protocol. I believe it's a very underrated, underappreciated title. We're always wondering, though, because it sounds like we're not going to be getting another Dead Space because EA is stating that it just doesn't make the money that they need it to. And the Callisto Protocol flopped because you had Dead Space Remake and the Callisto Protocol release basically a month and a half apart from one another. And it was completely ridiculous that these two studios decided to do this. Crafton wanted to release the game, maybe to stay ahead of Dead Space's remake. They didn't listen to Striking Distance Studios with like Glenn Schofield. And so at this point in time, Dead Space is going to be in a limbo state, a potential state of no return. And the Callisto Protocol, which could have been a long-withstanding franchise, or at least a trilogy, we more than likely will never see another Callisto Protocol. So now we're kind of grabbing onto what could be coming out that is similar to these titles. Let's talk about it. A game that I am excited about, that looks great, coming to us from the guys and girls who made the Silent Hill 2 remake. They are now working, Layers of Fears, The Medium, Bloober Team, working on a game called Cronos, The New Dawn. Some gameplay came out, and I want to show you this gameplay that came out from Bloober Team, who I believe are an absolutely outstanding developer. They are crushing it. They are going to be doing the Silent Hill 1 remake. I think the world that they're building here with Cronos is really fascinating because you're going into the past as well as into the future in this game. The only complaint I have about it is your mask. I think your mask looks a little bit strange if you get my drift, if you ever look at the front cover of the actual mask itself. But nonetheless, the character models look great. The world itself looks incredible. I look at the different models that they have in terms of the different enemies, the alien creature designs look great. The merge mechanism that they have within Cronos is going to be fascinating. They said that they got a lot of inspiration from like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Dead Space, The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, and you can see it. It's written all over this. The gameplay looks great. It looks creepy. It looks unnerving in different instances. I think it looks great though. The different, variety of enemies, and all the enemies can merge. So you have all these different types of enemies you're going to be going up against, aliens and creature designs, but all of them can merge. And so that makes them all look different as well. And I really feel that Cronos could really quench our thirst, or it could just be the next game, guys, that we're all in on in terms of a survival horror title. I think it looks great. Like I said, they're definitely taking things from Dead Space, some things maybe from the Callisto Protocol. I think, you have this upgrade, buy, sell mechanism within Cronos that I think is interesting. Looks like you're going to have limited resources, so you're going to have to be really careful with how many in terms of like your weapons, your ammo and stuff. You're going to want to be very careful at preserving those things, right? You can upgrade your character, which is going to be interesting. I think one of the things that's fascinating to me is your character is considered a traveler, and you're going up against the creatures in this game that are... The creatures themselves are called orphans, which what I'm interested with that is learning about the lore of this world. That's what I'm really fascinated about, guys. you can just see like the character designs, the different zombies. There's different types of environments, like high winds, sand. Then you have like, obviously we have nighttime, more rural, rustic type of vibes that we're getting from this. I love that there's differences in the different environments. Now you're inside of a building. I wonder how like open this world's going to be, or if it's going to be more of a linear experience similar to the Callisto Protocol and Dead Space. That's going to be something really interesting as well. But this gameplay, dude, I'm excited about Cronos: The New Dawn. One of my biggest questions though, when it comes to Bloober Team, because they're, obviously you can tell the amount of detail that's gone into the merge mechanism and, just creating this world. And obviously they're coming hot off the heels of Silent Hill 2's remake. Are they planning on making this into like a full-blown franchise? Or is this just kind of like a one-off title? They wanted to create this. This was kind of in their head. They wanted to do this. Then they're going to do the Silent Hill remake. Then they create a whole new IP altogether. That's what's going to be really interesting about this, because they're calling it the New Dawn. So my mindset and my thought process is they're like, this is the new Dead Space, the new Resident Evil, the new Callisto Protocol, the new Silent Hill. And they're planning on making this into a full-blown franchise. And you know what? I hope it can become that. Because if it becomes that, that means that they're going to knock this thing out of the park. Bloober Team's awesome, guys. They crush it all the time. Like, all their games that they've created up to this point, they've done a really good job. Now, a lot of their games, though, have not become full-blown franchises. I mean, we've got Layers of Fears. You got The Medium. Obviously, they've been working on the Silent Hill remakes. So you got Silent Hill 2 remake. The Silent Hill remake is probably going to be the next one after this one. But this game's coming out fall of 2025. So I would say this is probably Halloween of this year would probably be a great time to release this game. Because I'm trying to think what other games are really coming out this Halloween. Because next year you might have Gears of War E-Day coming out around the Halloween season. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm very excited about Cronos: The New Dawn, and I think that the gameplay looks great. This is high on my list, guys, of most anticipated games of the future in terms of the horror realm. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and let me know your thoughts about Cronos, the things that you're excited about, the things you have questions about. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts about it in that comment section down below, and let's have a real conversation about it.